I'm in the back seat, so I hope y'all ready.
Oh nah, this one of those. This one
Y'all
of those.
two,
Vintage.
y'all two in the. One of y'all is a driver, and one of y'all is the
bench seat.
passenger.
We all in front.
I'm in the back seat.
This is a 3-man tangent bicycle. There's no.
You better pedal too, player.
No, we on a rowing team. We working together.
I'm in the back seat with an old school Game Boy at that.
Smoke, smoke, smoke. Nigga, we all working on it. What the fuck you doing? It's a rhythm. You got to be together in pace, man. If not, you're just gonna be spinning in circles.
Jesus Christ.
So once again, welcome to another fire ass, fucked up ass, we fitting to send your ass to the hospital ass episode of The Lunch Table. I hope you brought your brown pants.
I didn't know you could chip cord.
So that was a very awkward and uncomfortable intro.
Or
but
your yellow pants.
Go ahead and
you have
continue.
a weak bladder. Is you either gonna piss or shit yourself this episode? It's happening. Oh, it's happening, sweetheart. So, in today's episode of what the fuck is wrong with people? First thing we're gonna start off with. That's a good one. Yeah.
Good title.
Matter of fact, that's the title of this episode.
You think I'm editing it now?
Yes. So, first off, what am I doing? How rude of me. Welcome. You know me. You know who I am. I'm your demon king, Neil. To my that side. I hate this thing because it always goes that way. Him over there.
I did it.
I'm still
got it.
I'm still the honored
got it.
one. Between heaven and earth, I am still the honored one. But leaning more towards conquest now. Are y'all niggas doing the goddamn fusion dance? Like what the fuck?
No,
it's crazy. No, wait, bro. Do yours.
I saw that we did it, but that wasn't it. It was the end of.
Go the other way, Los. Go the other way. There we go. Folks in the cafeteria don't mind us. We're just here. This is what you came here for.
You know what you're getting with us. And I am your friendly neighborhood asshole Los. And like always, it's get time for the buffoonery and the fuckery. Because it's just what we do. So today on the docket, which one? Okay, I'm gonna let y'all start off with this one because I was a little he's going through a late life crisis. I was in the middle of finding out what the fuck y'all talking about. So please, this fight in the classroom. Can you put the auditorium on and let them know what happened?
Should I? You want it? You want it, Del? You want me to take it?
You go ahead.
Okay.
You go ahead.
So there was a video circulating, and again, people, I want you to understand. I'm going to preface this before I explain this. I, till this day, do not know what triggered said events.
None of us here know. All we know is what we saw in said video.
But the reason why I bring that up is because there's a second part to this whole topic. Now, young girl, only black girl in this class that I've seen in the video. In an altercation, a physical altercation with a Hispanic-looking, maybe white boy, I don't know. Non-black.
I thought he was white. He might not be. Who knows?
He looked other. We'll go with
He's not like us, basically.
He's not like us. You would be correct. So this fight's going on, and he pushes her off. She then comes back at him with an object in her hand. It looked like it could have been a water bottle, something of that sort.
She threw a bottle and she threw a book.
Yes. And then
he dodged the book. And she tried to bop him with the bottle and kind of threw that too.
And so then he proceeds to grab her by the side of her head and slam her head into a desk, knocking her out. And then proceeds to laugh about it. Yes, he was seen laughing about it. Now, again, I do not know. There's a couple of issues with this whole situation. First and foremost, where were the teachers?
That's problem number one for me.
Playing
Because
devil's advocate. Keep going. I'll wait.
there was not
No,
one
no,
teacher
no.
in sight.
And Los, I know where you about to go, and we're gonna discuss that. That was number one. Dalen, what was your other problem?
Number two, I really find the issue, and I understand that we as Black people, when we get to certain points in life, we want better for our kids. But we also have to stop and understand that better isn't necessarily separation. Excuse me. Let me phrase this, and I want to say this properly. Better isn't necessarily separating from ourselves. We have a
Private
habit
school
of,
is not the answer.
especially a private school where there aren't many kids that look like your own child, because your child is going to suffer. I'm not saying that's always the case, but there's a good chance that your child is going to suffer depending on the type of community it is. Now, this happened in Los Angeles, okay? Or California, excuse me. This happened in California. We already know that there is a great divide when it comes to Black people and other minorities. They see us as everybody else.
Fix your mic, bro.
Los, did he get muffled? Okay.
Yeah, fix your mic, bro.
Like, oh, that was much driving. Now, is that better?
There you go.
Much.
You got
Much.
Okay. But we all know there's a great divide between Black people and other minority groups when it comes to how we are perceived and how we're treated. Other minority groups treat us like absolute basura, even when we patronize and give money to their businesses, things of that nature. Which goes back to a point I previously made on other podcasts about we need to learn to start putting back into ourselves. But Del, what's your take on this?
We don't know what started this whole thing. What we know is what we saw, and what I saw looking at this video, and I fucking hate humans because people made it about race, people made it about male and female. At the end of the day, that girl was attacking old boy. He was not holding on to her. He was not doing none of that. She was clawing at his face. She was holding on to him, bear hugging him at the waist. He finally pushes her off of him. She comes back, this time weapons, with on books, with on bottles. I felt he was within his right to defend himself. Yeah, he knocked her out, but what is he supposed to do? What is he supposed to do? And motherfuckers is just sitting there like, oh, well, she shouldn't have put her hands on him.
So
at the end of the day.
So to quote Black Dynamite, there's literally a scene where in Black Dynamite, he is in the White House fighting President Nixon. He picks up a plate and President Nixon's wife shoots at him and says, "Drop the presidential China, you moon cricket."
The fuck? I don't know where are we going?
Wait.
Where are we going?
He then back.
Los is so confused.
Wait. Stay with me.
Yes, I really fucking am. I'm trying to wait.
Just
let
stay
the man
with
cook.
See where it goes.
Too good.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Black Dynamite backhands her into the China cabinet. Okay. After the fight, he's sitting there and he's talking. He like the way he wakes her up. He taps on the head like this. Like, wake up, bitch. So then he's like, I want to apologize. He's like, I shouldn't have hit you like that. She's like, but I shot at you. He's like, correct. But you did not connect. Meaning my escalation of force should have been a little bit less than what it was. I bring that up to say, and this is where I think we as men, especially men with sons, need to teach our sons. There's a difference between defending yourself and then you hurting somebody. In that situation, not to be funny, Once he got the dude's twice her size. She wasn't really hitting him, with the exception of the weapon, which again didn't connect. Once he got free of her, he could have removed himself from that situation. Now, had she still followed him, I'd have kicked her in the face and kept it moving. Not a real hard kick, just a little back off.
So, question to you two, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Have y'all been in that situation?
Absolutely.
And you've walked away?
I will preface. Yes.
Did you do it? Did you do exactly what you just said?
Situations where they were hitting me and it wasn't affecting me, or I could literally have said, "All right, that's enough out of you, shoot." Or, not to be funny, these shits hurt, cuz. I don't have to hit you. I can literally put my arms up and you're gonna stop. I'm hitting these. After a while, you're gonna hurt yourself. I don't have to do much. So yes, walking away was a viable option.
Los?
So I've been sitting here waiting because I wanted niggas to get everything out. Before I say anything, I'm gonna answer your question, Dale. It's been twice in my life when I've been in a situation like that. Once I called the cops. Yes, the fuck I did. I do not care.
I've done that too.
Right? The other situation, I'm not gonna front. I let it slide because I was of the mindset. See, y'all know my history, my family, what I've seen. Mm-hmm. So because of it, it made me steer a certain way when it comes to flat out saying and hitting women, girls, women, chicks, whatever the fuck. So I always was the kind to try to let them get away with it because I know that I could really hurt them if I hit them. But it wasn't until I spoke to you, Dale, and you told me what your mother said to you, which immediately changed my perception of the whole situation. So with that being said, what Dale moms did say, see, this is why I love Miss Allen. What she did say was,
you said that shit was gangster too.
Nigga, but it's so legit. Like there's no flaws in that logic. She said, once a woman puts her hands on you, she is no longer a woman. She is a threat. Point blank, period.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has a right to defend themselves from a threat. And I am not going to sit here and contradict myself or be a hypocrite and say that you should not do whatever you feel you need to do because you're retaliating. I am an avid believer of you cannot get mad at how somebody retaliates. You cannot get mad at me. If you push me and I punch you in the face, if you purposely decide to say fuck you and step on my foot, not even to fuck up my sneakers, but to just step on my feet because you want to and I slap you. If you spit on me and I stab you, you cannot say anything to me.
You spit on me, you going to the hospital.
You can't say anything to me because I'm retaliating for what you did. If you didn't do what you did, when I have done what I did. It's a matter of taking responsibility of what you did. And I'm not gonna
it's cause and effect. And most people right now are devoid of a consequence. They don't know what a consequence is. And when it happens, they play victim.
And that's my thing. Now we sit here all the time and we watch these videos of, let's say, Karens acting up with people in the stores or wherever they at, and then when whoever they acting up with retaliates, like let's say it's a black chick and she dragged the bitch or she smack her or punch her or whatever, and now this white woman is now on the floor crying, playing victim. We don't have no sympathy for this bitch on the floor, do we? Mm-mm. None whatsoever.
You bought that. Had you minded your business, you wouldn't be there.
And this is exactly what we're dealing with in this situation. Now, Dalen, I get what you're saying as far as having some kind of restraint because you know your force that you're able to exert. Mm-hmm. I totally understand that. But my thing is, you can't say that this boy didn't do that because, again, I didn't see the video. I'm just going off of what y'all said. Or for what y'all said, this girl was going at him beforehand. So whether she was connecting, scratching, tickling, pushing,
he could have got her. He could have got her off in the very beginning. All that shit she was doing, she could not have got off unless he let her.
Okay, now you said that when you was explaining the video, you said he finally got her off of him.
Yeah, he pushed her off of her finally.
Right. So meaning all that time prior to, he was standing there taking it, like Dalen said that
He was standing there, and that was a lot of restraint,
he was
in my
taking it,
opinion,
right?
because I wouldn't have been doing it.
He finally got fed up and pushed the girl off of him.
Yep.
After he pushed her off of him, instead of her stopping, she now decides to throw shit at him and grab a weapon. Now, yeah, you can say, why didn't the boy leave? Okay, cool. If he's walking away, what's not to say that she's still not going to take something and throw it at him? Because that's something I've been a part of too. I've tried to walk away from a situation and got shit thrown at me. So there's nothing to say that this chick wouldn't have done that anyway. But now the only issue is he can't see it coming.
I'd rather get shot in the front than the back.
In the back. This is what the fuck I'm saying. So
rather not get shot, but
of course. But here we are in this situation.
But we're here.
Now, exactly. Now this girl decides to throw something at this boy. And then after she throws something at him, she grabs a weapon and then comes toward him. There is nothing now that this guy has. There's no other level. That
it wasn't a comes toward him. She grabbed him again. She was
okay, but the only reason why I said come towards him is because after he pushed her off of him, there was space between the two of them.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So then what she did was she picked up something, threw it at him, and then closed that distance. So she came towards him. That's even more on her because why are you coming back at me? Like, it's bad enough you're throwing shit at me, but now you're literally coming back to me. So I'm supposed to allow you to attack me again. No.
And that's not what I'm saying by any means.
Okay,
I'm not saying he should have stood there and just been beat on at all.
All right, but hold on. Right.
But that's
so
the expectation.
Hold on,
hold up, Dalen.
No, I'm saying hold on, but let Los.
Yeah, let me just finish my point real quick because I'm almost done. So now that Shorty has come back to him, now that she's closed that distance and she's on him, what now is he left to do? But defend himself. Now you can say that he shouldn't have grabbed her head and slammed it into the desk. Cool. Okay. But let's say he slammed her. He could have still knocked her out. Let's say he just slapped her. He could have still knocked her out.
Anything
that he did to her at that point. Y'all making it seem like the size difference is that much.
It is.
And I'm not doubting it, but anything that he did to her could have had the same result. So let's not get hung up on the fact that this boy decided to take her head and slam it on the desk or however he did it. Let's more concentrate on the fact that this boy had to defend himself after taking abuse, after getting shit thrown at him, after trying to separate himself from her by getting her off of him, and she still continued to go at him.
And here's how fucked up our society is. You have motherfuckers in the comments legit like, oh, he shouldn't have did that. He should have just let her. Oh, so he's supposed to just stand there and take it. That's the expectation. If that was your son, would you want that to happen? So like, I don't understand how like there's a double standard.
No, it definitely is because I'm
because you wouldn't want that to happen to your son, but you expect some random ass kid in the street to be able to take that just because he's a boy and this is a girl. No, it's not how shit works.
No, bro, go ahead.
So no, I was saying again, I'm not saying he should have taken any of that by any means. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is, and this is me speaking as an oldest child, one of the things I got in trouble for frequently was reacting because the thing that was done to me was never really seen. It was always what I did afterward that was seen. And so because I had that experience, that is why I am very, very careful in how I react and retaliate to things. Because that's the thing. I can go overboard. I can scorch earth. I can turn this into a thing if I really get bored about it. Like I really have the mentality, mindset, will, and demeanor to make this go left in retaliation. Y'all know me. I have no problems killing an ant with a sledgehammer.
I was taught kill a mosquito with an axe.
Either way, I have no problem erasing the whole block just to get you. Cool.
And see, I wouldn't erase the whole block, but when it came to you, all right, Spanish class. This kid decided to come clear from the other side of the fucking classroom to me. And of course, just like you, Dalen, it was always the retaliation people saw. They never saw what led up to it. So I took dude's approach where I'm gonna let you go ahead and get some shit off first, just so I'm in the clear. You done came all the way over here to me. You even pushed me out of my desk, and you know those desks how they have the shit on one side, so you kind of fall over
connected. Yeah.
Yeah. So now don't say nothing because I just put you through every desk on the way back to your seat. Because I threw his ass clean across the room. Now we calling parents. Now y'all want to send me home. And the teacher legit told my pop the story. He said, so he didn't go to him? No. He just defended himself. Yeah. He's not going, I'm not taking him home. I don't give a fuck what you do with the other kid, but he did what he's supposed to do. I'm not taking him home. Why do I have to get suspended for defending myself? Why in this society defending yourself is such a fucking taboo thing?
Because people like to play victim. And you know what? I wanted to ask you something, bro, about what you said about setting a certain level of retaliation, right? Do you believe that examples need to be made sometimes?
Absolutely.
Do you believe examples need to be made the majority of the time?
That's
No.
where I'm at.
So if you don't believe they need to be made the majority of the time, it's easy to assume that you don't believe that they need to be made all the time.
So hear me out.
Okay.
When I think about an example being made, I'm looking at one, what is the example I'm trying to make? Two,
Don't
what's gonna
fuck with me.
but what's gonna
Leave
be
me alone.
What's gonna be the impact of that? Like, how is that really, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay. So
if I make an example out of somebody, right? What does that do for me?
All right, and now I'm glad you said that because it kind of
So-
leads
so-
into what I wanted to say.
And
But
real quick, before you even get into that,
what's
I'm
up?
pretty sure neither one of y'all been bullied.
I have.
Wrong.
Okay. 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 No, I can believe that. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I have been bullied heavily.
Oh, I know.
So when my retaliation comes, it's a whole thing of I need you to understand to leave me the fuck alone because that's all I want. Just leave me alone.
Mhm.
And I need everybody that sees this to understand, leave me the fuck alone. So you now have become a statement just because you came and fuck with me.
Now, see, in the situations I've dealt with a bully, not to be funny, dealing with the bully set that example. And I never had to go overboard. Just dealing with the bully set that example. It was over. Nobody bothered me.
All right. So to the point I was going to make, right,
Mm-hmm.
bro? You asked why would you need to set an example, or what is the example that you're trying to make? And Dale basically answered it for me, which is not to fuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
But if you was a new student in the school, you just got to this school mid-year, mid the school year, you just got in it, just dropped in that school. And niggas just fucking with you constantly. Do you think an example needs to be made at that point?
I just think I need to deal with that person.
Okay.
Because here's
But
what I mean.
again, I need to ask you because you didn't answer my question.
I'm going
Dealing
to.
with that
Give me a
person
second.
and
Give me a second.
okay.
I'm going to answer. Because typically, when it comes to bullies, there's a hierarchy.
Nobody said they got to be a bully. I just said period. People
What I'm
fucking
saying
with you.
is, there's always a hierarchy. There's always that one person who is kind of like at the front, and then everybody typically follows behind them.
Yeah, but see, you're taking my question out of context.
What's the
Because a
context?
bully, like I said, it doesn't have to be a bully. You could get fucked with. Somebody could pick on you just because you're the new person in the school, and they don't have to be a bully. They could just be somebody who got friends and they trying to be funny. They could
And
be
that's
a
fine.
girl who's trying to impress her friends. It could be anybody. But what I'm saying is, do you think an example needs to be made if you're the brand new person in school and niggas is fucking with you?
And that still goes to my point. Bully somebody just trying to be funny, whatever. There is always a ringleader, and then there's always clowns.
But see, and that's why I keep saying stop with
Hey,
that, because when you go, okay,
bro.
hold on. When you go to a hierarchy, right, you're making it seem like, okay, there's this top dog, and then everybody else is under him and revere that one person. So if you can knock out that top dog, then everybody under him will fuck with you or not fuck with you. That's not what I'm getting at, because I don't care if the niggas at the top of the totem pole or the very bottom of the totem pole. I don't care how much reverence or respect or juice that the person got in their school. They're just fucking with you, period. So if you knock off somebody, so the only reason I say that is because I don't want you to take it and like, okay, if there's a hierarchy and I fuck with the person on the bottom of the totem pole, it doesn't change anything because a hierarchy is still set. So everybody else will still fuck with me. That's what I'm saying. That's why I hope
But that's
not
my point. Like when
Mhm.
so typically in the situations I've had where I've come to a place, I'm the new person, and somebody decides to let's pick on the new person, it's always that one person that leads that charge. It's always that
Okay.
one person who initiates those interactions.
So you say you've encountered one person that initiate those interactions. Have you ever encountered multiple people?
And it was always after, if I encountered multiple people, it was always after that one person initiated everything. It was
Right.
always, I'm going to start it, and then everybody else kind of tags the bandwagoners.
Yeah, I know, but that's not a bandwagon thing. Okay, so if they're not friends or associates with the person that initiated fucking with you, then they technically not a bandwagon jumper. They're just people who
So
notices something about you and then they're
Here,
taking
I'll
advantage of
explain it like this. To the point of your scenario, right? In those situations I've encountered, the people who weren't necessarily the ringleaders wouldn't bother me unless the ringleader was around and the ringleader was starting something. Outside of that, they wouldn't bother me. They would only do stuff when that one person instigated issues. And this is personal experience.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In those situations, I dealt with that one person. Everybody else left me alone. It's never been I've never personally had a situation where it was multiple individuals that I had to deal with on their own agenda. It was always a follow the leader type of situation. And when I popped the leader, everybody else fell in line.
Okay. Dale, you want to say something?
no, I was going to bring it full circle because I have been in that situation where it's not necessarily the leader or things like that. I've been in it where I was just the wrong demographic. I went to private school.
Mm-hmm.
I was too broke to be with the black kids because they were uppity being here, and then of course you got everybody else that just I'm black, so I'm already fucked. When I left private school, the bullying stopped. When I got to public school, Trenton High, black school, parents was afraid of sending me there. I got into 2 fights with the same dude that got kicked out of that private school. And I wasn't alone. I had actual friends. People wasn't fucking with me like that. So to bring it back full circle, what you were saying earlier, Dalen, separation from our black schools, from our public schools ain't always the answer. Private school is not always the answer. Even my daughter had the same issues in private school. We put her in public school. Those issues stopped. The teachers stopped zeroing in on her because, again, just like Dalen was saying, they were seeing what her reaction. And the first thing I asked was, what caused it? I know my child. Yes, she's vengeful, but she's not just going to lash out for no fucking reason. Where's the other kid?
And see, that's the thing about this whole video. That girl, that was rage. She was lashing out. That wasn't just
It was.
just like oh, we fighting. She was angry. And when you watch the video, she's the only black person in that class. The amount of times I heard nigga in that video from people who weren't white. This is all speculation. Hold on, bro. This is all speculation, but it gives me the vibe that they've been fucking with her. He decided to fuck with her and she lashed out. That's the energy I'm getting from this whole situation.
Okay. Before we go back to the video, I actually wasn't finished with something I wanted to ask you.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So I want to tell you what happened to me, and then you tell me if you think that I escalated it too much or my retaliation was too much. Because, like I said, I believe in making an example. I got thrown into the middle of the school year on 7th grade, right? Mm-hmm. In my first junior high school I went to, my mom's and my grandmother pulled me out because I went to school with a razor and a knife because I was going to cut up this bitch uncle, because she said she was going to get him to come to school and hit me with a hammer. So I said, cool. I'm going to carve this nigga, right? They pulled me out of school. They put me in a whole different school. Will you pick your fucking head up? God damn.
No, Damian Wayne.
I feel like he was within his rights.
My nigga, I am in 7th grade. You know how old I was in 7th grade? I was like 13.
He just got threatened with force from an older person. He
with
was
a
within his
fucking
right.
hammer. I'm gonna carve this nigga the fuck
He
up.
got
kid.
threatened by an idiot little girl who said
He-
she was gonna get her uncle to come to the
I am
school.
from a place where I've seen that shit happen.
But quick question, right? And
So this
goes-
nigga is fully
expect that
within
to
his right to slice her up 8 times, 16 different ways.
And you know what?
He is
This
fully
goes
within
back
his
to-
right.
Wasn't Lean on Me in Trenton? Wasn't that school in fucking Trenton?
No, the fuck that. No, the fuck that. I thought that shit was in.
Trenton.
I thought that
I don't
shit
know
was in
if
New
that's
York.
true or not, but that's funny.
Lean on Me was not in Trenton, nigga. This shit ain't that damn bad.
You know what? And that actually goes back to the escalation of force thing, and that goes to what you said, Dalen, because this is what I was telling you when I believe in letting girls get away with shit. So the girl who said that she was gonna get her uncle to hit me with the hammer, she was with a bunch. It was a bunch of us boys playing on the monkey balls. Her and her friend decided to play with us. Now, she decided. Now, her and I had recently just broke up, right? She decided that she wanted to play with us, and she got physical with me. She pushed me. I'm like, yo, stop pushing me. Push me again. I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, stop pushing me. Push me a third time. Now this bitch is getting harder and harder every time. So I told her, yo, don't push me again. And she pushed me again. So I mushed the shit out of her, and she fell and hit her head. So now she's upset. She threatens me with her uncle. I come to school with the razor and a knife. My mother and my grandmother find out. They pull me out the school. They throw me in a brand new school. Now, my grandmother lived in Marcy Projects at the time, right? The school that they took me out of and put me into was next to Marcy Projects. So now I'm staying with my grandmother in Marcy Projects for the next few years. And this school is like central to Marcy Projects, some of the projects, and Southside where all the Spanish people be at. So I'm going to this school. I just got entered in this school. I'm hearing my name a lot. Niggas is talking shit. Some good, some bad. Okay, cool. So I'm at, you know how when you was getting dismissed from class, you had to line up and just wait for your homeroom teacher? Lined up, waiting for my homeroom teacher. Boys line, girls line. I'm the second boy in the line. So the boy in front of me, the girl to the right of him, and the girl to the right of me decide to now start fucking with me. So I don't know why they decided to do this, but they got me in the middle of them like a triangle, just pushing me in between the three of them. And I'm telling them, stop. Why are you doing this? Leave me alone. Stop. And I'm getting so mad, I'm starting to cry. And I'm begging them, leave me alone. And they won't stop. So I just stopped talking. And I let them push me for like a good 20 seconds. Teacher finally comes out, everybody stop, I get in line. Now, the dude that was in front of me, tall black dude, the girl to the right of him, kind of chubby Spanish chick. The girl behind her was a skinny Spanish chick. We're walking towards the stairwell to leave. The second that fat bitch foot left the floor to take a step down, I pushed her with all of my might. She went flying down the stairs. Broke her ankle. I got suspended for a week. When I came back to school, though, all that shit stopped. Nobody fucked with me. Nobody put their hands on me. Nobody said anything to me. Was I out of place? Was I escalating force by letting them push me around for 5 fucking minutes, waiting for the homeroom teacher? When nobody in line decided to tell them to leave me alone, no other teachers did anything. Nobody saw shit. Not a janitor came by, a guidance counselor, a dean, a teacher.
The earliest documented
nothing.
proof that Los is a sociopath.
My grandmother
Oh,
said
no. Don't worry. I'm right there with you.
Oh, yeah. My grandmother told me one day in school, they had to lock me in the classroom because I was going on a tangent because somebody did something to me and I was so angry, steam was coming off of my head. She said that they locked me in the room, called her, and like, yo, you need to get your grandson. So she said, leave him there, I'm coming.
I can absolutely see that. So to answer your question, bro, one, I would never tell you how to retaliate based on how you feel about the situation. 2, you are a child. Your ability to process cognitive information is non-existent.
It's going to be a little different.
You're stupid. You're stupid at that age. Like thinking it through is not a thing at that age.
No, not at all. He did think it through.
I was
No,
about
he
to say
didn't.
because I told them to stop plenty of times. I told them to leave me alone.
No. He premeditated. He didn't think it through. There's two different things. Those are two different things.
He thought his premeditation through.
Thinking it through would have been something like, okay, if I push this girl down the stairs, there's a good chance she could press charges on me. I could go to jail. That's thinking it through. He, in his mind, said, she fucked with me. She's going down the stairs. That was premeditated. Two totally different things.
Premeditated, because if I ain't get suspended, them other two motherfuckers was on the hit list. I couldn't wait to go back to school the next day. I couldn't. I couldn't
turned into elementary school Frank Castle.
And what's sad is some shit that I told Kalori a while back. I said, kids grow up idolizing Bruce Wayne, but as adults fully appreciate Frank Castle.
But I can't say that your reaction was unjustified based on how I'm not in your shoes. I don't know how that made you feel. So I can't say your reaction was unjustified. I can only speak from my personal experience, and I've never been in that situation, so I don't have any personal experience on it. I do, however, have experience of somebody putting their hands on me and me being at a point where I'm like, not to be funny, I've had situations where grown women have hit me, and it's no different than having a child attack me.
And they fully expect you to not do anything back, no matter how much they hurt you.
Because here's my thing. You weren't hurting me. If anything, you were hurting yourself.
The only reason I can't get behind that is because if you do something to me and I do nothing, you're going to continue.
And that's the point.
Whether it hurts me or not,
yes,
you should not be doing something.
When you don't do anything back, you set a precedent. So now this person thinks that they can just do whatever they want.
I didn't say I wasn't doing anything back. I'm not just standing there like.
Yes, you are.
Exactly. I believe you totally are.
Yes, you are.
I believe you totally got the Shao Kahn taunt going. Exactly. I totally feel you're doing that right now.
I hated fighting that motherfucker too. Because he'll go into that taunt. The minute you go do something, now you got that shadow charge.
He is so fast.
Repeatedly.
Don't jump. Oh.
He was the troll master. Good Lord. Anyway, that's what Dalen was fucking doing.
No, I will be blocking. At all times, I will be blocking. Because at the end of the day, I know.
Neo.
All I'm saying is my arm, not to be funny, I've had people on numerous occasions swing at me, and I literally just do this. And the next reaction is, that hurt. Nobody told you to swing on me. That's your choice. In the cases where that's all I have to do, that's all I will do. Now, if I have to pick somebody up and palm their face and walk them through a wall, then hey, we'll get there. But I'm going to say this, and this is just, again, personal experience. I've had too many instances where my reaction caused me more harm than it did the other person.
Okay.
I have too. And when I came, just like Lo said, when I came back, nobody fucked with me. Everything was peaceful from then on. Yeah, I had to eat that little punishment or whatever. I had to eat that suspension or whatever. But I had a great rest of my year.
Yeah, that's all well and good. I didn't feel like dealing with my punishment.
I take mine because
I took mine on the head.
My thing is, and this is something that's kind of been good and detrimental for myself. If I can't look at myself in the mirror, then something's not right. And remember, I told you I was going through I don't want to say depression, but I had my moment where I wasn't looking at myself because I didn't feel like myself. I have to be able to look at myself in the mirror, regardless of what I have to do to other people to allow myself to do that. If I have to hurt you directly, indirectly, emotionally, or not, it just is what it is. I don't want to. I'm not intentionally aiming for it. But at the end of the day, you got to have peace within yourself. Period.
And see, therein is why my reactions have changed. Because once I make the conscious choice to really, really retaliate, my intention at that point is to hurt you in some way, shape, or form. And I don't like being that person. Like, I really don't like going to that level. I don't like having to be at that level. So
I have the same feeling. You know how you get that post nut clarity?
Mhm.
I get that too when I come down off of my anger trip.
Yeah.
Like depending
'Cause
on what
once-
happened or what I did.
Once
Yeah,
I've
but
made a mess of you, I'm like, what have I done?
right.
I'm not.
Because that's
They're
the
looking
thing.
at niggas. So what's for lunch? Niggas, my burgers. I'm
I
kind of in the mood
just
for a Philly cheesesteak.
again, being the firstborn, I've dealt with it. Like I've always been raised to be better. I didn't always follow that example, but I've always been raised like you can't always bring yourself down to somebody else's level.
Now, see, the problem with my raising is I was pulled in different spectrums. I have my moms who is always my moral conscience, who always makes sure that the right thing is in my head, you know. But then I had people like my grandmother and my uncle who had the mindset of you murder your enemies. You hit them before they hit you. You do not let them hurt you. You don't let anybody hurt you, no matter who they are. You have a family to come home to, so whatever you got to do to make sure that you walk through those doors at the end of the night is what you do. So it's a, you know,
Now
that
don't get
two
it
And I
twisted.
faced.
straight and I
Don't
straight up had my parents more or less teach me that.
don't get
You
it
make it
twisted.
home. You defend yourself. You don't start no shit, but you damn
Right.
sure finish it, and you
Yes.
bring your ass home.
If
Yeah.
it's a situation where you are putting your hands on me and I really got to defend myself, you're going to the hospital. There's no if, ands, or buts about it.
The only thing with that, bro, is you're saying if I really have to defend myself, and I don't know if me and Dell is taking it that far. Like you're giving people rope. You're
I'm
giving
not
a nigga the rope to hang themselves before you actually do it. We're saying we're not going to give you that much rope.
because who the fuck do you think is pulling the rope over the tree, nigga?
It doesn't matter. You still take it too long, nigga. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, no. And see, that's the thing.
Mhm.
Everybody's gauge is different.
Yeah, no, definitely,
And
definitely.
my
Big
thing is,
facts.
again, if and the way I see it is, and this goes back to what Dell's mom said. The way I view a threat is, are you really going to cause me harm? If is anything you do really gonna harm me?
Fam, as long as you're trying to
I'm
harm
not
me, you're a
going to
threat.
get you. I'm not going to give you a
Exactly.
chance.
As long as you're trying to harm me, you're a threat. I don't care how big or small it is. My nigga, think about it. If somebody try to tickle your foot and you kicked them because of reflex, it was a threat to your foot. You got the nigga off your peeps. Come on. Come on, man.
That was a
See,
stretch. That was a
I
stretch. that was a reach. that was a reach.
Put it back, Luffy. Put it back.
No, if I tickle somebody's foot and I get kicked, I'm going to eat that because I was tickling your foot.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
that's
eat
what
that.
I'm saying.
That's not you.
If I was actually trying to hurt you, if I was trying to punch you, but I miss and I get punched, I should eat that. I should realize, let me not hit this motherfucker, because they're not just going to stand there and take it.
So
And that's the approach I took. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you try, but I'm not gonna let you hurt me. And once I establish you're trying to hurt me, all bets are off. I'm defending myself.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, here's my thing. If you're attacked again, if a kid walks up to me and just start hitting me, I'm gonna be like, get away from me. Shoot. If a woman comes up to me and starts randomly hitting me, and I'm like, all right, go somewhere. Not saying I'm gonna be playful with it, but like, yo, back off. Chill.
And also 9 times out of 10, we're gonna do the normal men thing of grabbing wrists and restraining, but you already know they get crazier.
Right.
Man, listen,
But
I'm
my
tired
thing
of
is
And if
this.
being-
and
I'm
if it's a
tired of
whole
being
nother
abused,
dude,
man.
and if it's a whole nother dude, we
Tired of
already
being abused. I need help. Somebody
My whole
help
thing
me.
is my whole thing is this. The moment I realize that you are a legitimate threat to me, like you can actually hurt me, then you need to go away.
Yeah, see, I don't want to give nobody that much of a leeway to find out how well you can hurt me. I don't want to give you that chance.
It's not even about how well. Like the moment, like,
I don't want you to think that you can hurt me.
Oh, no,
want it.
no.
I don't want you to think that this is okay.
no, because like the moment I realize, okay, you can hurt me. Now I have to realize. Now I have to make you understand why you shouldn't go down that path. That is where me dropping you on your head now becomes the answer.
All right, we're gonna leave it on Dalen's tombstone. Let's get back to the
We-
video real quick.
And we need to wrap this up. We've been here about 45
Yeah, we've been here for a
minutes.
minute, but that's why I want to get back to the video real quick.
Because there's
So
so
you
much
were
more.
saying that it seemed like she was the only black person in the whole class.
Yes.
Now, see, outside of our personal opinions on how the dude handled it or not, the fact that nobody stepped in to stop it.
And that was my other issue.
And that's the
That
issue.
was my other issue.
There was
How many
actually,
times in high school did people grab you and the other person?
Exactly.
but even aside from that, there was supposedly a teacher in the classroom, and they don't know if it was like a substitute or not. It doesn't matter.
And my issue with that, because I kind of see it every day with my job. These motherfuckers are actually scared to talk to or touch these kids because the parents don't give them no power. Why the fuck? So, for example, motherfuckers have hit us up like, "Hey, this kid in the class playing a game on their laptop. Why are you not talking to the teacher? Why is the teacher not handling their class? Why are you looking at us to immediately block and filter?" Granted, that's what we do, and granted, this kid done found a way around it. But you're hitting us up, and we're not even in the fucking building. You and that teacher are in the building. Why are you not saying nothing to the kid? Some of these schools don't even want them to know that they're being monitored and filtered. And I'm like, why are y'all scared of these kids? It's because the fucking parents are so happy, or the parents will side with the kid immediately, no matter what.
Also,
so these teachers just basically like, fuck it.
Don't forget, these YNs out here nowadays is fucking up teachers.
That
Teachers
too.
getting their ass beat nowadays.
That too. And then the parent will turn around and sit there and say, well, that's what you get.
No, it's
what the
not.
Fuck?
No,
see,
no, the fuck it's not.
At that point, if something
I'm like,
bad
what the
happened
fuck?
to your kid,
And this is why I was saying with that video in particular, if the teacher didn't jump in because of that, I playing devil's advocate, can you really fault the teacher?
The teacher ain't jumping in, but neither one of them got no real fucking friends because nobody broke that shit like attempted to.
Even if you don't jump in, the teacher didn't say anything. There was no word. There was no like, hey.
No, it looked like a classroom full of kids.
There was no like, oh, I'm calling security, and there was a classroom of kids sitting there saying nigga, 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 and not one of them was black. That is why I said.
And the sad thing about that is now you putting this girl in a position to, okay, I totally get why she will do that. But at the same token, mama, you can't get roped into some shit like that.
Because here's my thing, right? If the dude's twice your size, let's not get into a fight about it. Crack his shit when he don't see it coming and keep it moving. Let's not make this a long.
Do you know?
Thing.
Do you know some nigga really got on me?
Leave.
Yeah.
You know some nigga really got on me because basically my teachings to my girls is basically you grab them nuts and you twist or you kick them or what. Why would you tell her to do that? Because I don't want no nigga on my damn girls.
Stomp them in the nuts.
Naturally, we are built different. Men and women are fucking built different. Yes, use every example. Kick that nigga in the nuts.
Look, they gonna know. Stand on one leg, hold the other with your hand, and commence to.
I want on my girls.
I want that nigga to feel like Vegeta at the end of it. She keeps kicking me in the dick.
Look,
why? Why does she keep kicking me in the dick?
You give that man's genital regions the order.
Man, put his nuts back in his stomach.
Turn them nuts into ovaries.
Yeah,
basically.
Give him 2 hanging clicks.
Nigga.
You make him sing soprano the rest of his life.
Yes. I'm dead. Hey, I'm being dead ass with you.
I believe you.
But I also taught them don't start no shit either. If a fight comes to you, cool, but don't go out here starting no fight.
To quote Hancock,
especially with a whole ass dude.
That thing for nothing but a dust flap for his butthole.
Yes. Yes.
And you know what? That is something that I think people need to start teaching these girls out here. Like, if a woman or girl, whatever, if they act accordingly, and I don't know what, let me take that back, because then it makes it seem like there's a regimen that these women are supposed to follow. If they just act right, a man by nature will want to protect and take care of you. It's just
they're not going to see nothing bad happen.
This is what I'm saying. It's just who we are. So maybe we should start teaching girls so when they become women, they learn not to put your hand on your man, dog. Like, I understand you're upset. You have every right to feel however you want to feel, but do not do that because you're not going to beat this person.
But I'm also of the point of kids are going to fight. But when you become an adult, man, woman, whatever, you should not be putting your hands on somebody. You should be able to talk that shit out.
I have 2 boys.
There's a video of these 2 dudes fighting in the gas station, and both of them got their girls with them, right? when they both realize that they girls is the problem, they
both
stop
stop
fighting
fighting.
each other.
Yeah, I saw that video.
I ain't see that one.
It's so
I ain't
funny
see that
because like
one.
they
And
sit
then they
there like,
both
wait a
go
minute.
get their girls and break them up.
Right. They're like, wait a minute, why
Why are
even
we fighting?
Yeah,
I bring that up to say two things. One, to what you said, Dell. Yeah, when a man realizes that his woman is non-problematic, yes, he will protect her. And here's what I mean by that. And again, this goes back to that conversation. And I hate to bring that conversation up because it comes off chauvinistic, but it isn't. As your man, if I ask you not to wear a certain thing out the house when we're going somewhere, I'm not trying to control you. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. What
I'm
I
just
am
trying to
looking
avoid a
at is
problem.
exactly what I'm looking at is I know it's about 15, 20 niggas outside who don't care that you were with me and who don't care about making it home to their families.
mm-hmm.
I do. That said, if you my woman and we going out somewhere, don't wear that because I'm not fighting some dude because of something you wore because
Now,
they can't
question:
control themselves.
do you think chicks would be more understanding of that concept if they had to deal with what we had to deal with? Like,
Absolutely.
now, I understand that
I
as
don't care
men, we
about none of
go
your
out.
reasoning, bro. Absolutely. I don't care about your logic behind it. They would absolutely see the point of that argument if they had to
No,
fight
I'm with
women because
you.
if
I
I
was just
walked
giving an
out the house,
example. I'm with
look,
you.
if I walked out the house in some hoochie daddy shorts with my print showing and my thigh
Yeah,
popping, and girls was like, "Ooh, sweet
but no,
daddy."
but see, that's not what I'm talking about.
What?
That's not what I'm talking about. What I was gonna say is, nigga, we go out with our girls, we get attention. Period. I'm sure y'all niggas get eyes and looks and things like that. I was walking down the street with my fucking mother, and this bitch said, "Oh, he look like he got a big dick." Loud. My mother heard the shit.
Hey, Los, no, that don't happen. Women don't do that. Why
Oh,
would you
you get fucking
spread
out of here.
these lies?
I'm lying. No, that
Only men sexualize and objectify the
right.
other
Other
But
sex.
you know
Like,
sex.
what's you
come
know
Yeah.
what
on,
the
why
crazy
would
part about
you?
that whole situation is?
Mm.
You know what the whole crazy part is? Ain't no woman gonna want to fight your woman behind you.
And that's the point that I was gonna make. Because it's niggas out here.
That
Because
will.
you got a good looking chick and she might be wearing whatever, these niggas will then try to quote unquote cause a scene by fucking you up
Well, here's the
to
thing.
try to impress her or whatever the case may be. Chicks don't deal with that. You don't have a group of chicks out here that's gonna jump on a bitch ass because they want to quote unquote impress the chick's nigga. That don't happen. They don't have to deal with the violent side of that. They might have to deal with words or looking. Yeah, but you don't got to deal with nobody actually coming over. No chick is gonna walk up to some bitch nigga and grab his dick.
Nice
Like
nuts, nigga.
it's not gonna happen.
Nope.
But I've seen plenty of videos where niggas walk up to a bitch and just grab her ass, waiting for her boyfriend to react.
Could you imagine you walking down the street with your girl and some other chick, some China
Please say,
J,
But
some
here's the
China
fuck shit
J
about that.
Cargill hybrid walk up on you? I like your dick, nigga.
I'm gonna push my bitch to the side. Snooze time. Have a good life.
But here's the
I leave
thing.
everything to my sons.
Here's the funny shit though, Los. Everything you're describing, the whole nigga coming up, grabbing ass, trying to get that reaction, just don't give a fuck. That should have happened if your chick got regular ass clothes on.
It would.
If he just liked what he see.
Yeah, yeah. But her having her bottom of her ass cheeks out or her titty meat showing don't help the situation none either. Like
Not to
the
be
fuck.
funny, it kind of goes to and people a lot. Sometimes women don't realize that men have these conversations with their sons. When my father bought me my first gold chain when I was young, it was a gold crucifix. You see how this is hanging out now.
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, he was like, "Hey, I know I got you this. I want you to wear it, but I don't want you showing it off. Keep it tucked in." Because it's the same. It's the mindset of people are already going to do bad things. Why make yourself a target?
Nope, big facts. My mom said the same thing.
In a perfect world, we could teach and rehabilitate people to not do bad things. We don't live in a perfect world.
No. We live in a world where you say all you want is for people to leave you alone. And the response from someone that you say that to is, who are you to ask that? Yes,
Wait,
that is an
what?
actual response I've gotten.
What?
from a woman.
I'm the nigga that said leave me alone.
But see, and this is what I'm saying. Our life don't really, I don't want to say don't matter, but it don't really mean for shit unless she's still in it. Because I've told plenty of girlfriends that I've had before, like, I don't feel secure in this relationship. Because let's be honest, a chick will be with you as long as she wants to be with you. But if there's ever a moment where she's like, fuck that, I'm done with you, there is nothing that you could do, say, or try that'll get her to come back to you. It's just a dub for. It's completely over. But as long as she has some sliver of love for you that she might want to hold on to, she'll let you slither your way back in. Whatever. But this shit is crazy to me. I've always found that to be wicked. But you know what? It's time to move on. It's been damn near an hour. We still going on.
So let's talk about boops.
Boop. Wait, no.
So, and I'm not to make light of it because apparently this girl had some actual injuries.
The whole fucking concussion.
Whole concussion, and might have been some fractures.
Shit.
Have you ever held one of those batons?
Yes.
You know how hard you gotta crack somebody and
they make that clown sound too. Like when you drop it on the ground,
It
make
ain't
a clink,
but a
clink,
little
clink,
bit of aluminum. So if you did some damage with that, you put some force into it.
She literally ran up on her and said, "Getsuga."
No, she was running behind her. Oh, you want me to put the hammer down?
Like I said before, she was Joe with that rock, chasing a motherfucker in the park, getting ready to kill him. Just
now she was. What's your name, boy? Coach,
So-
nigga, no.
So there's a couple of pieces behind this. The girl came out with that.
That shitty ass apology.
I wasn't gonna put that word on it because that's not what that was.
Her
her sitting there crying and acting like a victim.
She came out and said words. We're gonna do that.
She used words that didn't make sense.
She came out and said things, but
she was
what
a victim.
made it worse was the dad. The dad tried to justify it by saying, "Oh, the girl should have been disqualified because she broke the rules. Because according to track rules, you're not supposed to cross into somebody else's lane."
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That warranted you bopping me in my head. You was already behind me. Clearly, if I got in front of you, you was already behind me.
And technically, I've never heard of anybody being disqualified for running into another racer's lane during a race.
I ran track for years. It's never happened.
Yeah, you chose to bop my nugget because you was losing.
Yeah,
basically.
And then your family came out with that foo-foo. Just say sorry. Just be like, "Hey, I was a sore loser. I was mad."
They ain't gonna happen now.
No,
saying I was a sore loser. No, that is not gonna happen. I mean, it's the truth.
It is.
But the bitch ain't gonna say it. No.
She said,
yeah. So that apology too, right? Well, let me stop saying that. I know.
That statement.
The words that came out of her mouth, right?
Nobody understood them.
That kind of goes to the whole. Not only a lack of responsibility, but something that always bothered me, right? I've always said I wanted to do these chicks out here who be coming up with this stupid shit in their head. Do they have friends to tell them, "Nah, bitch, you being stupid"? Or do they just flock with bitches that feed into their dumb shit? Because this girl flat out assaulted this girl. Right? She started losing the race. She started getting lapped. She reared back, hit the girl in the head with the baton. But instead of not even you taking responsibility, your family not condoning.
No, they condoned.
Criticizing you.
They condoned it.
No, I know they condoned it. That's not what I'm trying to say. Instead of your family criticizing you for it, they condoned you for it. They helped you play the victim, and this is the shit that I'm saying. That's the part that bothers me the most. I already get that people,
and that's more common than you think.
And I know it's extremely common. That's why I said it from the beginning. I know that people are not going to take accountability. That's one thing. But the fact that you actually have people in your life or in your circle that feeds into that bullshit, that tells you, "Nah, you're not wrong. Nah, this, that, and the third. No, you should keep going." That's the part that kills me, because now you're feeding into the shit, which will, and if you do it, it'll never fix. You know what I'm saying? So not only is she gonna act like that now, she's gonna act like that going forward. You're releasing that shit into the world. What? That's something that always bothered me, and that's why I made the example with the chicks in the beginning. Because oh fuck, even dudes, I don't know how dudes are. I never dated them, but with these chicks, I always was curious to if they legitimately have friends that feed into that shit that tell them, yeah, girl, fuck that.
Absolutely.
Girl, he
Mm-hmm.
why do you be around bitches like that? Like, and then if I walk by and I throw grass at you,
The same reason that Tyrese's wife, quote unquote, listened to her friends and left him and tried to take him for everything, even though there was a prenup.
Speaking of prenups, I'm sorry, we got a Verge left. Shout out to Amon Shumpert for taking the biggest L in history.
Who?
whoa, I heard that he came off okay too.
No,
Don't believe just him not getting anything.
No. Understand something real quick. You had a prenup with a cheating clause in it. You cheated. She was willing to just take half. She was willing to split whatever y'all had and keep it moving. And you said no. Yeah. Make those faces, both of you. Make those faces. Mm-hmm.
You deserve everything you get now.
He's holding two of the L's from the Hollywood sign. He's just sitting there like this. Yeah, ponder on his stupidity.
Nope. There's enough in this world. I'm good.
Nope. Del, I mean, Los is still sitting there pondering on it.
I will not bask in that glory. Los is really there.
Mm-hmm.
I think you might have broke him a little bit.
I didn't know
What, a cheating clause? Oh yes, you can. You can make that contract however you want to make it.
I never understood why a nigga with a bitch who likes to fuck bitches will ever cheat on the bitch with the bitch. Like, are you fucking stupid? You have a bitch who fucks bitches. What are you gonna cheat for? You don't even have to fuck the bitch with your bitch. You can just tell your bitch you got this bitch that you want to fuck, and your bitch will let you fuck that bitch. Are you fucking kidding me?
And then, hey, to quote Riddick, you should have took the money, Toombs.
Oh shit!
Because yeah, she was willing to be like, hey, let's just split everything down the middle. I go my way, you go yours.
I would have took that.
Said no, and now look at him. I ain't saying he off bad, but
that's off bad.
Money, Toombs.
That's off bad. That's no. Dalen, Los is truly hurt right now.
He is. He absolutely is.
God damn. Well, anyway, going back to the boo pitch. Yeah, I didn't. Looking at that damn video, because it's funny how she tried to play it off like she was falling or lost balance or something. Nah, we watched you cock back and come all the way down like you Billy clubbed this bitch. We watched you do it. We all did.
Definitely caved man the life out of Shorty. Ooh. Definitely tried to take her cranial regions out for no reason.
You should have just took the L. If you were losing, you should have just took the L.
Like, you take sore loser to a whole. At least Nancy Kerrigan was like a little bit playoffish. Like, I could get away with this. Nah, bro, you did yours in front of the world. They saw you. They synced you. You got synced. You got bloody synced. Uncalled.
Los is Los really gone?
Los is dead. Los is giving up on life.
I mean, I gave up on humanity too, but I'm just out here living.
Nah, he's really, that Iman Shumpert thing really hurt him.
Why?
Cut him deep, Shrek. Because it don't make sense.
Yeah, the nigga was stupid.
But hey,
That's what it boiled down to.
bad bitches get cheated on every day, B.
You can't even blame nothing on her.
No, you can't.
You can't blame absolutely nothing on her. You fucked up. You should have just took it, split down the middle, kept it pushing. You tried to get greedy, and here you are.
You know why you didn't make it into heaven? Because you were petty. Tom Petty.
So motherfuckers are still trying to ice skate uphill.
Right. He really,
Oh,
really
Los.
picked out.
Really want you back before we go to the next subject.
I hate
Come
y'all
on, man.
niggas for that.
Why did you do that?
That was a trigger.
What was the trigger?
Don't worry about it, because it ain't happening again. Let's go.
Hey, and for the record, Dalen did that.
Uh,
Because I didn't even know the story.
Why you say fuck me for?
so, fuck it, we here now. Question: who you think took the bigger L then, him or Drake?
When it comes to Drake, what are we saying? What L did he take? Or are we still talking about Kendrick?
Of course.
So
I think it's him because Drake can come back.
Drake has been coming back. People have been
Yeah,
listening to his
But
music.
Shumpert can make money more.
but
He can make more money too.
well, before we say Drake is coming back, that album with Party, and I fucking love Party Next Door. The album was trash.
No, I know that.
Yeah, I hear no keys.
That shit was trash.
The
The only shit that I'm respecting about Drake right now, because he's on his fuck everybody type shit. That's the only thing I'm respecting with it. But
No,
that shit was trash.
no. Because you sitting in a club that you purchased by yourself is just weird. You could have stayed home for that. You could have stayed home. Could have stayed home.
He did that. That's
He did that. He
hilarious.
literally.
I got three Drake songs. No, the fuck you don't.
That's hilarious.
Like he literally.
I know y'all saw that. I know y'all
No.
saw that.
Mm-mm.
Khaled, you know how he always coming with that. I got 3 Drake tracks,
Mhm.
and he came with that shit. And Drake said, "No, the fuck you don't." Like that nigga don't. That nigga ain't going. But he ain't about to clear them tracks.
Word.
Yo, Drake on some fuck everybody type shit.
Drake,
I'm here for it.
Drake on some why you ain't do nothing when the black bitch jumped on me type shit.
Exactly. That's
you
what he looking at
blame him?
Khaled like right now. Hey, I'm okay with it. I'm here for this.
Drake out there looking like Alonzo at the end of training day. Oh,
But I was so disappointed because I fucking love Party Next Door. That album was trash.
features on all your niggas.
I'm dropping
Oh,
features.
y'all niggas ain't getting features from y'all. I ain't got no features for none of y'all. None of y'all can get a feature now.
God.
When I'm done with y'all, y'all gonna be throwing features in Pelican Bay with R. Kelly.
Hey, speaking of the Pod Piper and the pedophile,
Y'all are not about to have me in here fucking my equipment up. Fuck y'all niggas. And have y'all noticed? No glitching, no lagging.
yeah, good. Let's not put that in the universe.
It's
But
not
speaking
going to
of
be
it-
in the universe. It's not going to be in the universe. Y'all heard of a mesh network system?
Yeah.
No.
Dalen, I got a Nighthawk mesh network system for $20.
What
I
crackhead
guess
you
that-
buy it off of?
Was actually it was some white dude on marketplace. I thought I was going to get robbed at first until I looked at his reviews and all that shit. Nah, he just
meth.
upgraded. Hey, I even got a gigabit router.
Dell was gonna be in the basement. Niggas who put the lotion on its skin or it gets the hose again.
That nigga was gonna be locked up in Joe's glass box.
But I will say though, I get in a house. If you got a house and all of that shit, get a mesh network system. That shit is night and day. Oh my god.
Thank you for the information. I will look into that. I had no idea what that was. This nigga said,
If you draw 3 circles on a piece of paper and let those circles overlap, that is a mesh network system. Each piece of it emits a Wi-Fi signal, and they overlap. So basically, you put them on each floor of the house.
Damn.
What? What?
I'm too high for this. Thank you.
That was unnecessary retaliation.
But it's my retaliation.
But it was so unnecessary. It was absolutely unnecessary retaliation.
We're making an example.
See,
We're making an example.
What was the example?
Totally
Don't fuck with me.
I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna stop.
What's going to happen throughout the rest of this episode, the next episode, and the episodes to come? What's going to happen?
He's going to get removed.
Kicked out the room.
He's going to get put in the closet.
And then he's going to come out.
Oh my god!
And continue to do the same thing.
Oh shit, that was funny.
So Los is gonna come out the closet and continue to do his thing.
Yes, I'm gonna bust out like the Kool-Aid man, nigga. Oh yeah, I ain't heard about that shit.
Oh yeah, skeet.
Nigga, yeah, like, just there with his fucking head down. Yeah, put your head down again. Watch him look like a cell.
Nope.
Put your head down again. Watch him look like a cell.
Nope.
Oh man,
This nigga.
Oh wait, what was the last topic? I forget.
All right, what other topics you got for us, Los?
Last one.
oh my god, I'm high as fuck right now. So, this one might ruffle some feathers.
Oh, it's going to.
So, here we go. The hypocrisy of it all. Well, black women to complain about black men dating outside the race. And what really made me want to talk about this shit, or what really sparked this interest in my head, of course, the years of hearing the complaints. But I found it weird that I didn't hear any complaints when a black woman went to go be with a white man. I don't hear that. You know, I hear praise, like, oh, look at sister stepping up for herself. She doing good in life. But a black man go be with a white woman, then it's an issue. I also find it weird that people will get upset at the reasoning behind it. Like, let's really break this shit down, right? Because I saw a video where this dude, I forget who he was some actor. He was saying that I think it was the dude who played Biggie in the Notorious movie. I believe he said that he date white women because he don't want to argue, right? He don't want to fight. And the comment section went ape shit with women bitching about it and talking shit to the man, right? Now, let's break it down. If the man says that he does that because he don't want to fight, clearly he's been with black women before. He's dealt with shit. He didn't like it, so he moved on to something different. How can you throw shade at him for not being with a black woman when he already was? He tried it. He didn't like it. I look at that like the same way somebody who might be gay would say, hey, I'm gay because the opposite sex did X, Y, Z. I didn't like that. They don't get any heat for that. You know, you get to just, okay, that's your preference. This is what you want. That's what you get to do.
But Los, what you're asking right now is you're asking for men to be allowed to have preferences. Because you do realize in the eyes of most, we're not allowed to have preferences. We're allowed to provide, and we're allowed to be grateful that this woman wants to put up with us, but we're not allowed to have preferences. You do know that, right?
And see, this
woman can turn gay.
Mm-hmm.
This woman can love white men. All of that. We're not allowed to say anything.
And
this woman can want somebody 6 foot tall with a 6-figure income and all that goofy shit.
You saw it, didn't you? You saw that shit, didn't you, bro?
What?
Saw it? You saw it? Because I saw it.
What?
Did you see it? Did you see it? I told you not to put that shit in the universe, nigga. Told you not to do it. And you did it. And look what happened. You lagged, nigga. You lagged. 1 minute, 14 seconds and a half. Wait till you watch the video back. You definitely did.
But anyway.
Yeah. I just want to talk shit.
Well, anyway, basically, we're not allowed to have preference. Historically, we're not allowed to have preferences. All the desired thing that people keep saying is, "Oh, I want that relationship," like how grandmom and grandpop and all that back in the day. All they were doing back then was, yeah, men were cheating, but basically they were taking care of multiple families.
But here's the other issue with that,
Everybody was taken care of.
and I hate
So that's
people
all
really.
they want from us. They just want to be taken care of. We're not allowed to take care of anybody else or want to be taken care of. And when I say taken care of, like even mentally, we're
I
not
hate
we're,
when
we're
people
not
don't
allowed to have
acknowledge
that.
it. And I hate when people use our ancestors as an example because it wasn't up until maybe 30, 40 years ago women could actually own property, women could actually have bank accounts, things of that nature. The reason why grandma stayed is because there wasn't
She
nowhere else
had
for her
to.
to go.
She
She
had
couldn't get
to.
her own house. She couldn't do none of that. She'd have to find a whole nother dude to take over that responsibility.
I had
We
somebody
don't live
actually
in those
throw.
times anymore.
I had somebody actually put in my face that, oh, women went through this, women went through that, they had to do this, and I'm looking at her like, but you don't have to. You have a choice. You can own property. You actually do own property. You actually do get paid more than most. Like you have more options and everything available to you than grandmom did. Why are you holding these dudes to the same standard of what happened back then? They wasn't even alive to put those statutes on you. Not to mention, it's white men that put that shit out there, not black men. So why are we held? Why are we penalized for it?
Pretty much.
Do you find
But
it
no, I was
that?
about.
Go ahead, though.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you find it funny or ironic that the man would say that he doesn't want to argue? That's why he's with the opposite sex. I mean, excuse me, why he's with a different race because he don't want to argue. It didn't have a bunch of women of his race in the comments trying to fight and argue with him about it
As soon as you said it, that was the first thing that came to my mind. You proved him right.
immediately.
So going back to high school real quick, I had a friend that literally did nothing but date white girls. And I'm at the lunch table and the black chicks are talking so much shit. So I was like, well, shit, do y'all want him? Well, nah, he ain't even my type, man. He
Somebody
ugly.
can.
So why are you worried about who he fucks with then? If you don't want him, why are you worried about if he's with a white girl or not? She actually want him.
Mm-hmm.
What's the issue?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is just me. This is just my conjecture. When that black woman gets that white man, everybody's only congratulating because, again, that white man is taking care. She's now a kept woman. She now don't have to work all that other good shit. That's why they're congratulating her. She won the lottery.
Girl, you done came up.
Yep.
But can't you
And
say
that and
it should be the same standard for dudes? If you think about it, they gonna be taken care of now too, quote unquote. So why is it that they hate for it?
how dare you ask that?
Now, I'm a person to be honest. I think everybody should pee in their own pool. That's my take.
No, I totally agree. No,
Everybody deserves to be happy with whatever the fuck they want to be happy
That's
with.
it. Pee in your own
That's
pool.
how I see it.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I find it funny or stupid that chicks constantly say dudes will fuck anything, but yet these bitches is out here fucking toothbrushes and hairbrushes
Cucumbers.
and cucumbers, remote controls, fucking faucets, goddamn gear shifts
shower
and cars,
shower
the rods at
heads
the end
and
of bed frames. Like these don't
Jesus, honey, you
have
take a lot of showers. I know. I want to be
fucking
clean.
the motorized toothbrushes.
nigga.
Like I don't. And we fuck anything? Have you seen some of these toys for these bitches to use on themselves? And we fuck anything.
All I had was my hands, son.
My nigga, I've never seen a video or porn where a dude is fucking an animal, where a dude is banging out a horse. But I've seen plenty of videos where chicks is getting mounted by horses
I have
or
not. That I
dogs.
that's just a line I don't want to cross for myself.
Sir, you
That's
okay? But see, here's the thing: when you're scrolling down feeds, you come across shit. It just is what it is, and you know how my Twitter is. I see shit. Scrolling down feeds, you see shit. Just like I learned that chicks don't let the horses. Chicks don't bend over to get fucked by the horses because then the horse will become too erect and it will kill her by the size of their massive meat. So what they do is they lay in missionary style. The horse don't really get fully erect and they can just, whammo whammo. Like I said, you learn shit going down feeds, man. You don't need to judge me, okay?
I'm not judging you. It's just
You seem like
I didn't need that.
I'm judging.
I didn't need that.
You didn't need that information on your brain. Look, sir,
didn't
never know what kind of trivia you're going to be a part of.
I don't think I'm ever going to be a part of trivia where I have to answer about how a woman can fuck a horse. Never think that is
over my face.
Los. That is not on my bingo card for 2025. You do realize that, right?
No, I don't. Y'all must hang out with some corny people. You don't know what you're gonna get into. Look. Michael Jackson said it best. Okay, the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. The absence of evidence is not. You know what I'm saying?
Confuse yourself.
I did. No, I totally fucked that up. I butchered the shit out of that just now. What did he say? Evidence. The absence of evidence is not. What did he say?
The absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence.
Oh, so I didn't butcher it. That's exactly what I said the first time.
No, but watching you think you did
yourself.
was absolutely amazing and hilarious.
Oh, thank you. I'm too hot for this. I don't appreciate being made fun of. All right, I thought we was past this at this stage of our life. I thought we was past.
Why would
this.
you think that? How long have you known
by
me?
now?
We're always making fun of each other.
How long have you known me?
You know me by now. You know the crazy shit that I'm gonna get into or see.
And you know I'm gonna laugh at you every single time.
I don't care.
I'm gonna make fun of you every time.
I think at some point there will come a time where people are allowed. Let me correct that. Where men are allowed to actually be happy. It's not an uncommon thing.
Here's the thing y'all are really failing to realize, and it's pissing me off at this point. Stop caring what people think. These are ones and zeros. These are digital figments of your imagination. Live your life.
Look here, sir.
That's it.
All
they are agents in the Matrix. That's it. That's all they are.
I don't think that, and I'm not speaking from the point of thinking or what. I'm just talking about the treatment. Now, luckily, we don't have to worry about it. But think about the dudes that's in the dating pool right now. What they got to deal with navigating that.
Don't deal with it.
What they're supposed to do.
Exactly.
Be more selective of who you date. First off, we gonna have some lengthy conversations before I spend any money on you.
And I was about to say, and then honestly, that because it and basically the person I was talking to, I literally said they were victim blaming, because how is it that something can happen to somebody and your response is, well, you should have picked better? But if we say that to y'all, it's an issue.
I think all parties involved should pick better.
I don't think that you should say I'm going to cancel somebody out because of bad experiences that you had. Now, again, not to try to make it seem like I'm contradicting myself, right? You have right to your preference. I totally believe that. And if I didn't make that clear before, definitely doing it. You have every right to choose who you're going to be by whatever you desire, whatever standards you have. Nothing wrong with that. I just don't think that treating the decision so carelessly by coming up with, I'm going to cancel out everything because of these few bad apples. I don't think that that's a decision made with a clear conscience. When it comes to gay people that said that, I never got on board with that. I've always been on the mindset that, okay, you just liked what you like. You just didn't know you liked it.
And that's way more acceptable than sitting there saying that you don't like black men because black men did XYZ. Unless you've been with every black man, you can't say that.
Exactly.
Either if you like white guys, cool. Say that. That's acceptable. That's cool. Mm-hmm. You can do that. But don't blame it on the few dudes that you done dealt with. Don't blame the fact that you now like girls or men or whoever on the fact that what you dealt with before. No, you just like you just said, Los, you just realized you liked it.
Yeah.
But also,
That is your preference.
There's other sides to it too. It's not just so much that you realize you like it. So I think some people also get confused between
preference and what's the word I'm looking for? There's what you prefer, and then there's what you're left with. I would prefer a T-bone steak from a really good steakhouse, but sometimes all I can afford is some Waffle House steak. That being said,
That little strip of skirt steak.
that's all I can get. So you look at some of these cases. There are cases where, yeah, it's preference. There's other cases where that's all you can get. Either way, you need to be accountable for that, because if something is your preference, yeah, you need to be accountable and understand why is that your preference. Because is it your preference because that's your preference, or is that like, okay, I have seen situations where black guys date white women because that's their preference. There's no hate, disrespect, or anything negative towards black women. They don't say anything bad about black women. They hang around, like, black women are in their lives consistently. They just prefer to date white women. Cool. But then I see those guys who date white women because they hate black women. Same thing with same sex, all of that, all relationships. Is that your preference because that is what you really want? Or is that your preference because you make piss poor decisions in life?
So, question, real quick, just to clear that up. Are you saying that that's your preference because that's legit who you want, or is that your preference because that's just who wants you?
Both. Or, like, okay, cool. Is this your like, do you like white women because you like white women? Or do you like white women because black women, to your perceived, black women in your perception treated you bad? Or, do you like white women because you hate yourself so much? What is your reason for that being your preference? You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right. So, for example, with me, I'm not particularly, God damn, that word whooping my ass.
like conquest.
I'm so lonely. All of my friends are scared of me.
Nigga, them syllables you was trying to say was lonely just now.
But
That's
I'm
why
not
you couldn't stay.
particularly attracted to white women. It has been, I can honestly count, and it's been probably 3 white women in my entire life that I've actually been attracted to. So that's my preference. I love
Nigga,
black women.
you bugging. I used to love to fuck a big booty white bitch. Are you kidding me? Oh, I had this one bitch from Cali. She used to come see me, nigga. She told me she want me to rape her. She was like, "Ooh, I want to give you the key to my hotel, and I want you to be in here. So when I come in, you could just take it." I'm like, I'm black. I'm not doing that. She was so much fun. Oh, dude, she came into the shoe store because she had a hole in her tights where the crotch was at. Dog. So she needed to get new tights. Didn't know it. She was like, "Oh, but I don't know what size I am." So I pulled her tights back to look at the size. Oh, it was awesome. Oh, she was so much fun.
And see, that's your preference.
I don't have a preference. I just
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Some of us don't want to simulate, assaults. That's just not our thing. But that's your preference.
So you gonna tell me your bitch never told you to choke her before? Exactly. You'll choke the shit out of her, but you won't role play. Okay, that makes sense. That make perfect sense.
But not an assault.
Mm-hmm.
Other things.
She never told you to slap her? You never slapped her while you was getting head before?
No. It's not my wheelhouse. I deal with violence in other areas. That's just not my wheelhouse.
No wonder. No fucking wonder. Well, it is a thing.
I know it's a thing. Like. It's just not my thing.
Yeah, no, I get it.
It's not my bag.
Don't pass judgment on me because y'all niggas ain't groovy.
Oh, I ain't judging you. I ain't judging you.
I'm very groovy, baby. I'm very groovy.
No, you're not. You don't know how to make the ladies randy.
But it's But anyway, people should be allowed to have their preferences. That's perfectly fine. You shouldn't. I don't see why there's so much outrage and uproar when a black man wants what he wants, especially when a woman can want what they want, and it's fine. I never understood that. I never even wanted to be in that conversation. Like, don't ask me my opinion because you know my opinion is not going to go right with yours.
Hey, you ever understood why a woman don't know what she want to eat? Exactly. Stop.
You know what though? There was one day where I actually did find the secret. Well, at least for one person anyway. They wanted chicken from this place. They wanted the fries from this place, the drink from this place, and they was just too scared to say they wanted some shit from 4 different places in one meal.
They should have been. Bitch, get it yourself. You fucking odd. You want me to go get a drink from a different store? A drink.
Hey, how do you think Uber and Lyft makes their money when you're able to add the extra shit to it? It actually fucking works.
Fuck all that. If you driving an Uber, cool, but I, as your man, am not driving to 3 or 4 different places just to get you what you want in a gumbo of a meal. I'm not doing it. I don't give a fuck if you pregnant. Bitch, you better drink water. I will get you what you want to eat.
You're gonna if she pregnant, you're gonna go get it. You're gonna go get it. We all gonna go get it.
I've been through this twice.
Nigga, I was hunting down watermelon in January. Come on, nigga.
I didn't do it once. I've been through this twice. Didn't do it once. No.
You heartless bastard.
No. If I was craving for something, sure, I will get it. But what I'm not gonna do is do that. Like, you're not gonna have me doing that.
You're not gonna look for watermelon in January?
In the winter, no. I won't even try to find watermelon juice. Bitch, you wanted watermelon? You better take this cantaloupe and put it under the faucet. I am not.
And on that note, folks,
this nigga's sick.
I'm not doing. I think
that's a good stopping point. Jesus Christ! That man said, "Take this cantaloupe and put it under the faucet." Holy shit! Oh, god damn! Oh my god! Oh shit! Oh my god!
Yeah. There you go, sir. Things are right there for you to see.
Shit!
Things. Yes.
God damn.
Yes.
Read.
Just made me snort
again. Mine haven't changed either. Everything's
read, nigga.
You can just say read. Nigga said read.
I should have thought of Uncle Ruckus. Oh my god.
Oh shit. One of these days, Dalen's just gonna come out. I'm so lonely. All of my friends are scared of me.
Oh, that was funny.
Oh, take us home.
As for the podcast, you can find us at facebook.com/lunchtable, instagram.com/lunchtable5, youtube.com @lunchtable5, twitter.com/DLT trifecta. Like always, this has been another episode of the Lunch Table Podcast. Thank you for spending your time with us. Hope, like always, we entertained you. Had a good last thinking points. Ooh, words is fucking me up right now. Thinking
points, your ass.
Baby. Bye, folks.